By the way, is no one gonna mention that Yamcha basically got roasted here? Like, even when the world is in peril, it feels like Toyotaro spares no sympathy towards Yamcha as he obliterates him completely in this scene. Hey guys, it's your boy MoodZi again with another Dragon Ball Super manga review. I know, it's already been one day since I posted one yesterday, so if you haven't watched it, then please watch that review before watching this one. I'm trying to post more content on the second channel so I can be fully caught up with the Dragon Ball Super manga. That way I can give you my live reaction and interact with you guys whenever the new manga is released. So if you want me to make more Dragon Ball Super reviews more frequently during this week or the next, then please make sure you like this video. Please, it really helps me and motivates me to make more content. And don't worry, I'm not going to stop making videos on the second channel, but I know a lot of my awesome subscribers and some of my friends even, they really want me to continue making reviews on the second channel. So I'm doing this not only for me, but for the people that are close to me as well that really want me to be caught up. So the Moro arc is becoming more intriguing chapter by chapter, where every planet is on the verge of being eaten by Moro. We know that Goku is training with Miras and Vegeta is training with the Yard Rats. So we're taking on Earth, and we see Piccolo, Krillin, Bulma, and Dende gathering at Kami's place to look out for fighters to encounter the unknown threat that's going to befall Earth. Tien is said to have no cell phone and no way to be found, while Gohan promises to come out at the end because of his conference. So after this scene, we cut away to the three villains that are gonna come to Earth. We are met by not Bart Simpson, I guess, and not Botamo, and not Frieza or Cell, I guess. So we get not Botamo, who's called Yunoba, or whatever the F he's called. We see him eat a lot of food because he's fat, so get it, he likes food. Haha, funny, right?
He's fat!
But I don't think either of these characters are very significant. I think the one you're supposed to look out for is the guy who looks like Frieza, who's 73. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of his design. His design is so typical of Dragon Ball. Like, it's so stereotypical. Like, if I would design, or I'd let my kid, I don't have a kid actually, but if you have a kid that would design you like the most generic, most Xenoverse-ish character, you know, like fan-made character, then 73 is exactly that character. And even his ability, which we learn later on, that he has the ability to I guess mimic or steal, absorb powers. I don't know what's the condition of his power, but apparently he does copy abilities or steal abilities. So that's a very interesting thing, but then again, it's also not that special, considering like his design. So I do like him. I do like how collective he is, how composed. I like some aspect of his character because he seems like the only interesting one out of the bunch, and that says a lot, that the most interesting villain or the interesting one of the Moro's men is the guy who is actually the blandest in terms of design.
He's fat!
But I'm going to be fair and reserve judgment later on when I see more of him, when I see him fighting against Piccolo or Gohan. But again, I think you can say his strength is also justifiable because they say that Miras was the one who caught these guys. So it stands to reason that they are that powerful. At least 73 would be that powerful. Again, I can't guess how strong he is. I wouldn't be surprised if he's Buhan level of strength, because everybody is like freaking Majin Buu level at this point, because why not? I guess it's like escalation problem with Dragon Ball. It's very hard to de-escalate after introducing god characters, but anyways, it's not important right now. Okay, seriously guys, holy shit. Okay, so the way I'm reviewing this this chapter is that I'm reading some parts of the manga, and then I give you my reaction, then I go parts of the manga and gives you some of my reaction. So I just got to the part where 73 is just walking around and he sees a guy using a portal, and literally the second scene you see them in the lookout. So it just implies, or it's like not implied, it's confirmed, basically that's what happened, that he stole that guy's ability and used it to transfer themselves into Earth. It's kind of funny because I don't know if they got their spaceship with them, because like what if they get stranded there, but I guess they don't care, or Mora's gonna come and get them anyways. But I just found that scene very interesting. Like it was like, I'm not saying it's mind-blowing, but this was one of the most unexpected things. Like I genuinely got sort of like goosebumps seeing that. So yeah, scratch what I said about 73, because I'm beginning to like him a little bit more. I know I sound like a hypocrite, but I really like what Toyotarou did this. Like I really like his storytelling, going back and forth with scenes, and suddenly they're there. So that's pretty cool, guys. So 73 wastes absolutely no time. After he goes to the lookout, he uses the ported ability to get the jump on Piccolo and teleports. What I would assume that he did teleport, because it looked like he used the ability of the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog apparently, to teleport and steal Piccolo's special beam cannon. So yeah, I guess when we have 73 in the video games, apparently we can have him use the special beam cannon. So I guess that's interesting. Anyways, but it's a real shame that Piccolo is very sloppy these chapters. Like I won't say he's uncharacteristic, because it's not like he's perfect or he's the smartest character in the entire Dragon Ball franchise. But it's not part of his character to do these mistakes so frequently after he got warned. But anyways, still, I think that could be justified, because him doing that mistake is us seeing Piccolo fighting against a character who has the same abilities as he does, which is kind of very reminiscing, and I'm using the word reminiscing very frequently because Toyotarou does this once again, as to me this is sort of like a callback or a reference, or sort of just like mirrors when Piccolo trains and fights himself, because we have seen Piccolo fighting against himself so many times in Dragon Ball. So you'd think he has some experience with fighting against someone who is him essentially, or who fights in the same way as he does. So Piccolo struggles a lot against a character who has infinite stamina, and in ironic fashion, he is saved by Gohan. Again, this is not the first time he got saved by Gohan, because if you remember in Torrent of Power, Gohan also butts in to try to save Piccolo. So it's a nice touch, another nice callback of having Gohan saving Piccolo, like Piccolo saves Gohan a ton of times in the past, especially in the movies. So we get to have like a prep fight sort of, and a fight between 73 and Gohan, which is pretty interesting. But that soon cuts away to Goku training with Miras, and we find out that Goku cannot activate Ultra Instinct very easily. So Miras basically explains to Goku that he needs to replicate the same conditions that he had in the Tournament of Power when he fought against Jiren, which is being pushed to having to fight for his life. By doing so, he's able to abandon any sort of distracting thoughts or unnecessary thoughts that could push him to activate Ultra Instinct again. Then we cut away again to Vegeta, who is training in the Yard Rat planet, and he is told by the Yard Rats that Goku somehow managed to sit in that pose for 150 days, which did it mean that for 150 days non-stop? Because if you know anything about Goku, he has like 7 meals a day. So I'd imagine, and plus he sleeps a lot. So it doesn't make sense that he could do it 150 days. It could make that he did it for 150 days. I mean, he did it every day for a couple of hours. But if he did it for like 150 days non-stop, not eating, then I don't think that's possible. I don't know, I just found it very fascinating if he actually did. But maybe I'm just trying to like think about it a little too much. But anyways, the chapter finishes on this note, and I think it's pretty interesting. It's not as solid as the ending of the previous chapter. However, I still think this chapter is very good, and I'm actually really interested about what's going to happen in the next chapter. There are a lot of future matchups, and it feels like the story is really setting up for, I won't say a grand finale, but they're setting up for something really huge. So I absolutely cannot wait. And if you enjoyed this review, then please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, guys.
He's fat!